to episode number Who Knows and Who Cares of That's Cooked with SDL and no Mansa today. No Mansa today. I'm really sad about it. My beautiful, sexy, handsome husband had to go to Japan because he's a big superstar. So I'm here, I'm riding solo. It is what it is. But I look cute as hell because I use my brand new DSL by SDL. Oh, I'm sorry. If there's anything more important than it's my products, it's my cat, Spaghetti. Spaghetti. Is that my little girl, Spaghetti? Yeah, I used my brand new Smoke It eyeshadow palette to do this look because I filmed a tutorial today on how to do a smoky eye. And I don't want to hype myself up. I think I look pretty good. Guys, so what's the date? As of today, I think it's August 10. Is August too soon to be declared spooky season? Personally, I don't think there's ever a thing as too early. I think August is a great time. I think August is a spooky time. I think it gets confusing living in Florida because it's so hot all the time. So I think that it's weird, like imagining fall and Halloween and Thanksgiving when you step outside and you instantly have swamp ass. Because right now, today in Florida, holy smokes. Like, I worked out, I did cardio, I was sweating like a pig. I showered, and not just like a little, I fully did a full shower, shampooed my hair, washed my hair, did the whole fucking real shower. I'm trying to stop swearing and I'm already swearing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying my best. It's hot as hell in Florida, but I still think it's spooky season. And you know where I went today? I went to every basic white gal's favorite store on earth. Of course, I'm talking about Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween is the best store on earth. It is my favorite place. Okay, so this is what happened. A few days ago, I was like, I'm going to go to Spirit Halloween. And I found one and I put it in Google Maps and Mance was like, I don't think they're going to be open yet. And I was like, first of all, take that negative energy elsewhere because I didn't sign up for that today. Second of all, it says open on Google Maps, so it has to be open. Well, I did drive 20 whole minutes and yeah, it wasn't open. I rocked up. They hadn't even had the sign up yet. It was a bust. That was a waste of my time. But I wasn't disheartened. I just was like, you know what? It wasn't meant to be. For that day, it was not meant to be. But today, today, it was meant to be. So I made sure I woke up. I had a delicious breakfast. I worked out. I had a coffee. I did all of the things that you should do that like make your day start on a good foot. Like you always, if your day starts and you have a good breakfast, you have a coffee, you work out, you tick all the boxes, and then you start your day, you have this feeling of like, I can do whatever I want because I did the shit that I needed to do in the morning. So I had a great morning, then showered, whatever else, and was like, I am going to go on the adventure of a lifetime. I'm going to do the most incredible things today. Not only am I going to go to Spirit Halloween, I'm also going to go to Target. And not just the Target across the road from my house. I'm going to go to the fancy super Target where they've got all sorts of extra stuff. So I jumped in my Jeep. I grabbed my bag and I was like, literally first port of call, the most important thing, the priority of the day is obviously going to Spirit. So I went to Spirit and they were open. Shout out Paige, Prince of Valley. Don't know how to pronounce your last name. You're still Chloe Christmas to me, babe. Love ya. She posted on her story the other day that she was at Spirit Halloween. So I replied and I was like, oh, where? Because she also lives in Orlando. She told me the location, so I got the hookup. Anyways, so I'm driving. I get to Spirit Halloween. It is open. Really exciting. It's in a mall. So then I park and I'm walking to Spirit and I walk past this other store, which, by the way, I feel like American malls are so insane. Like every single American mall, firstly, smells the same. Smells like Auntie Annie's pretzels. And maybe it's just because I'm Australian and I'm not trying to be a hater, but I've never eaten an Auntie Annie's pretzel in my life. The store smells absolutely disgusting. Every single mall that I've ever been to in this country smells like it. And it freaks me out. It grosses me out. It makes me feel weird. I don't want to eat it. I don't want to smell it. It's just, I just don't understand it at all. And I'm not a pretzel hater. I actually like pretzels. It's just like, I think it's the smell of like the fake butter and the dough. And it's just like, Anyways. So I'm at this mall. I'm walking to Spirit. And then out the corner of my eye, something catches my gaze and I see it and I don't even know what kind of store this is. I'm like, what is this and where am I? And then I realized that it's like some random like vintage op shop. You guys call them thrift stores. But you know when something's like vintage and you're like, oh, you just have a whole bunch of secondhand shit and you're charging like exuberant prices for it. Like I remember I went thrift shopping with Steph Tolev in Nashville because she's into that. And every single store was like disgustingly expensive. And I was like, how the fuck are you going to charge people $90 for a secondhand t-shirt? And it's not even like it wasn't even like a cool, like truly vintage, like, oh, this is from like the 70s. Like, yeah, okay, I get it. It's just like some stupid acid wash Metallica shirt for $90. Yeah, come on. Please. Anyways, so I was like, what if it's that kind of store? But what I saw was a poster. And it was a movie poster. And it wasn't just any movie poster. It was a poster of like, I don't want to say my favorite movie of all time, but one of top 3 incredible movies. You guys all know what I'm about to say. We're coming into Halloween. Of course, it was the movie poster for Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. A giant poster. And I go, oh my God. I promised myself I wasn't going to buy stupid shit, which like, what a false promise. That was the premise of this entire trip, was to buy stupid shit. I'm going to Spirit and Target. Duh. But I was like, I can't buy anything else. I can't buy anything else. And then I saw this poster and I was like, who am I to come to this mall, to see this poster in this store and to just walk by? I'm just going to walk by. That's like seeing a dog tied up outside a cafe in the summer sun with no water and just walking by. There's no way. It's my duty to at least stop and pet the dog and see where the dog's parents are. So I had to stop. I had to go in and I walked up to the lady and I said, hi, how much is that poster, the Nightmare Before Christmas one? And you know, in your head, when you start rationalizing, like, all right, if it's like $50 or under, I'm definitely going to buy it. If it's like 50 to 80, I'm really going to have to think about it. And if it's like over $80, I need to absolutely rethink all my life choices, which I do anyways, but we're not going over 80. So I'm already doing that like calculation in my brain, right? Before she even replies. And then she goes, oh, it's $20. I go, oh, $20. $20. She goes, yep, $20. And I was like, oh, steal of a deal. Oh my God, $20. Yes. So I was like, if I buy this, will you like put it behind the counter and watch it for 30 minutes while I go to Spirit Halloween down the road? And she goes, oh, yeah, 100%. And I was like, oh my God, what a win. So I bought this poster. She held on to my poster. And then I start trotting down the mall to Spirit, and I'm just like so excited, so in my element. You know, when you're just feeling good. I was just feeling good. And I get to Spirit and I'm like, oh my God, this is so fun. And I went in and they've got all the big like animatronics and all the shit that like you wish you could have. That you're like, when I'm rich, and when I have a giant house and a yard, that Beetlejuice sandworm, the giant sandworm that you are meant to put in your yard to like break through the mulch. Yeah, I'm 100% gonna buy this entire store. When I have a lot of money, I am never gonna have a lot of money, because as soon as I get like rich, all of my money, I hope Mance doesn't watch this episode, is gonna go to like really extra bougie Halloween decorations. And that's just the way it's going to be. So, you know, that's part of me. That's what I want to do. And that's just the way it's going to be. But anyways, so I walk in, I see all the big shit and I'm like, oh my God, I wish, but it's okay. Only good time. And then I start looking at the outfits just for inspo, because I'm like, I'm not going to buy anything just yet. It feels early to commit to costumes, but it is good just to survey the scene, to see what's out there, to see, you know, what we've got to work with. Is there any new 2024 outfits that are really going to rock my socks off? And also, are they going to sell out, right? Because shit sells out real quick. So I'm like, okay, I check out the outfits. I'm getting inspired. I'm getting ideas, but then I'm also thinking I can probably find a lot of this cheaper online, because that's the way my brain works. So I'm like, okay, cool. Then I move on to the decor, because I'm like, okay, I need a little something. I'm just starting to Halloweenize my house. I haven't fully committed. We are only in like the second week of August, but you know, I'm dipping my toes in. I'm feeling good. I've got a few pumpkins around the house. We're slowly starting to get creepy. And then I saw like the door covers, you know, like the fabric covers that people put on their front doors. Personally, I've always been like, that's a bit hectic. Like, I don't know if you really need all that. But then I saw a Gremlins one and I was like, well, if I'm ever going to get one, it's probably going to be a Gremlins one. And I had already kind of committed myself to the fact of, all right, we're really going to do a Nightmare Before Christmas theme in the house. We're going to have some Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. But I hadn't really thought about Gremlins. So then when the Gremlin wall hanger door cover thing, when I saw that, I was like, okay. Well, obviously I'm going to buy it. So I grabbed it, and then I keep walking. I'm just pottering around the store, looking at all the little outfits and the accessories, and yet again getting inspired for future looks, outfits, things for photo shoots, things for TV now. And then I see the little sections where they break it up by movie. And I'm like, well, there must be a Nightmare Before Christmas. There has to be a Nightmare Before Christmas section. And lo and behold, there was. And it was really tough to choose what to get, because I kind of limited myself. I was like, I can't have so many. I mean, I can have whatever I want, to be honest with you, but I shouldn't have too many Nightmare Before Christmas things in my house. But also, like, who made that rule? Like, that's stupid. I can literally have whatever I want. But I was like, I don't want to go too crazy, and then I see stuff I like even more, and then I'm like, oh my God, I have no room left. So I settled on the Gremlin door cover, and I also, you guys can't see it, but I got a really cool like little piece of wall art that's like a newspaper article cut out, and it's like Christmas comes to Halloween Town. The Pumpkin King goes full Kringle. Really cute. And it looks like a newspaper article because I'm like, that's actually going to stay up all year round. Like the Gremlin door thing, that's going to come down after Halloween. I put out my like doormat that has bats on it, like my festive Halloween front doormat. I bought a bunch of pumpkins the other day. And then I was going through my box of Christmas decorations earlier today and I found orange fairy lights that I've had since I moved here and more, like I found this. Oh my God. I used to put this in the back. Oh my God, I just remembered. I used to put that in the back. Hold on. Can you see that? You can't really see that. But I used to put that in the back of That's Cooked. Hold on, let me put it there. Oh my God, how cute. Well, there you go. So yeah, I found a whole bunch of Halloween shit and it's feeling pretty spooky. It's feeling nice. I'm feeling the vibes. I was thinking about putting on Nightmare Before Christmas today, but then I was like, maybe I shouldn't. There's actually a lot of other Tim Burton movies that I've been told I need to catch up on. So I think I might watch one of them tonight. I've been told Frankenweenie. I need to watch Frankenweenie. Is that what it's called? Halloweenie? Frankenweenie? I think it's Frankenweenie. I've been told I have to watch that, so I will watch that tonight. But yeah, it's a pretty special time. I'm feeling pretty festive. I do really love any excuse to dress up. So doing this TNA angle where I'm allowed to dress up as whatever I want has been really fun for me, really good for my creative brain because yeah, as I said, like I just love any excuse to wear a costume and to like get gimmicky and do fun stuff and do cool hair and makeup. And that's another cool thing about this TNA stuff is like I taught myself how to do makeup years ago. Like I watched YouTube videos. I had a couple of friends who were makeup artists and I was like, guys, teach me what I need to know because I knew for wrestling, it was going to be good if I could like at least do the bare minimum, right? So I learned like enough to get by. Like I know enough. But then I just totally fell out of it for years and years and years. Like pretty much my whole wrestling career, at least the last like 4 years, I just do like eyeliner, mascara, fake eyelashes, obviously a base, my red lipstick, and I'm done because I think that's what looks best on me, honestly. And also I just stopped caring. But then recently with the looks that I've been doing for TNA, it's been really fun doing like the crazy hair. And then I'm doing different themed outfits. So then I'm like, oh, what makeup look would match this? And even though we have such incredible, talented makeup artists at TNA, I still just always prefer to do my own makeup. So I do my own makeup. But now I'm like, oh, if I'm going to have like a bowler outfit, really cool hair, like I have to do something cool for my makeup. So I started playing around with little looks again and different stuff. And Chelsea bought me for my birthday in January a $200 Sephora voucher and finally I used it. So I got a whole bunch of new makeup. I got like a Nightmare Before Christmas makeup eyeshadow palette. I got a few different things. So I'm kind of back in my makeup era, I would say. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. I've been like balling out, just trying fun stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I'm having fun. It's just a different vibe, but I think I'm doing okay at it. As I said, it's definitely a skill that's like really handy for wrestling, 100%. Sorry if the audio isn't great because I ordered new mics. Guys, it's like, this is killing me. I ordered new microphones days ago off a website. I got the Rode pod mic ones, which are like the fancy ones that everyone recommended. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Oh, a light died. I was like, screw it. I'm going to ball out and buy like the good ones. Like I need to have good ones. What am I doing? I'm trying to run a podcast. Like, come on. So I bought the good ones and I bought them off a website that had like 1 day shipping because I was like, I need them tomorrow because then I need to record a podcast before Mance leaves for Japan because I'm really trying my hardest to get into a routine of having an episode drop every Friday. I know I didn't do it this week. I know. I don't need you guys to tell me. I know. my microphones didn't come. Right? So I'm like, by the way, still haven't arrived. And then I got an email being like, you have a balance of $3.44 on our account. Please pay it now. And I'm like, how? I paid for the whole thing. What do you mean there's a $3 balance? And then I looked at the shipping status of my order and it was like preparing items. And I'm like, how are you still preparing these items? How the hell has it taken 5 days to prepare the items that were meant to be delivered the next day? What are we doing? And then no one's gotten back to me since. So I'm like, are they just still in his warehouse? Like, I want my money back. Ugh. Anyways, so I still don't have microphones because my other ones broke. Then Mance and I were going to film an episode together because I'd much rather do it with Mance than do it by myself. But then there was a hurricane in Florida. Of course there was, there always is. So I guess the Japanese consulate in Miami got like inundated with people trying to do visa shit. So it was meant to take like 2 to 4 days for them to send back his passport with his visa. And then I was like, yo, babe, you should probably call them and check on where your passport is because like it's getting closer to your trip. We need to make sure we've got this passport and visa, like we got to get it together. And then, so he calls them and they're like, or he emailed them, I think, and they replied and they're like, oh, it could take up to 1 to 2 weeks. And we're like, how did it go from 4 days to 2 weeks? What's going on? Matt and I have also had our own debacle with the Miami consulate of Japan, but that's a story for another time. Anyways, so I'm like, oh my God, babe, this is not good. You need to call them and tell them like, I need this ASAP. Like, we need this. Anyways, to cut a long story short, they ended up getting his visa done yesterday. So we had to drive over 4 hours to Miami, pick up his passport, and drive 4 hours back. Matt and I have done that before too. So, and that's not taking into consideration like peak hour traffic, Miami weather. In Florida at the moment, it storms every single day. So we drove through a storm. There was so much traffic. I think we left at 10:30 a.m. and we didn't get home until 9 p.m. So I don't even know how it took that long, but we were gone almost 12 hours. So yeah, yesterday was a brutal day, which means I'm behind on all of my stuff. I didn't get a chance to do a podcast yesterday. Take it up with Mance, guys. Don't take it up with me. I'm here. I'm doing it. I'm trying my best. Johnny, I know I told you, and I'm sorry. I'm here and I'm doing it. But anyways, so that's the update. We should have some fancy new Rode microphones next week. So I'm not going to sound like a bag of shit anymore. So if you listen on Spotify, it's not going to sound terrible. And I'm sorry, guys. We're working on it. I know the audio quality needs to be better. So I'm trying different things. That's why we're getting these new mics. So hopefully it'll sound a lot cleaner, a lot crisper in your ear holes very soon. But yeah, I mean, I'm wanting to put a bit more effort into That's Cooked. I'm wanting to put more effort into hotboxing. I'm wanting to put more effort into content creation in general. Creating these reels, guys, I tell you what, it ain't easy. It takes like, I'd say an hour and a half to create a reel, which is crazy. Like crazy, crazy, crazy. And then there's not even a guarantee that it's going to do well. So yeah, I'm trying to get better at everything. I'm always trying to learn more about social media. I'm always trying to learn more about optimizing the algorithm and what content I should be creating. And I'm trying to get better at YouTube, and I'm trying to get more subscribers and followers and likes and comments and engagement and I'm trying to focus on all that stuff. And it's been nice, honestly, being away less, spending less time on the road traveling, doing less indies, and just pretty much focusing on TNA and doing some GCW shows, because it means that I have more time at home to spend learning about this stuff and also doing it and creating more content for you guys. So yeah, I'm having fun. I'm learning as we go. I know you guys know that I am. I appreciate you guys supporting us and supporting me on this journey. It's, you know, having ADHD, I definitely bite off more than I can chew a lot of the time. I think I can do everything. I start a lot of projects, and I think starting this podcast, people thought that I wasn't going to see it through, but I am proud of myself for seeing it through. And I know it's not perfect. And I know sometimes we don't have episodes up on time, and, you know, sometimes the audio isn't great or whatever else, but I really am trying to improve in every single way with everything that I create for you guys. And yeah, it's all a learning process. It's all a learning curve, but I hope you guys have been enjoying what we've been producing right now. Sometimes it can get disheartening if you have like lower engagement on certain stuff and certain episodes don't get as much traction, and you can kind of start to go like, well, what's the point? Why are we even doing this? But for every time I feel like that, I then have a fan come up to me at a show and say that they love listening to our podcast, and they, you know, watch every single week, and they love our unboxings, and they love whatnot, and they love all that kind of stuff. So I'm really proud of the connection that I've made with my fan base the last couple of years while I've been outside of WWE. And I just wanted to make sure that everyone knows that that has been what has supported me and pushed me along, you know, like financially, but also creatively and emotionally, and, you know, times when I haven't been as active wrestling, like all this other stuff has kind of kept me going. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of end this episode on a note of gratitude and just make sure that for everyone who listens to That's Cooked, that whether this is your first episode listening or whether you've been with me since day one, I want you to know that we appreciate every single one of you, because you guys are what makes us work. And yeah, it sounds so cliche, but it really is true. Without our fan bases, we are nothing. So yeah, we just want to make sure that you guys know how much we love you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's enough sappy Steph. This is what happens when Mance leaves. I get all weird and emotional. Sorry to do that to you guys. It's lame as hell. All right, well, guys, thank you. Thank you for coming along for this solo sesh with Steph. I didn't really know what the I was going to talk about. I don't even really know what I spoke about. I know I spoke about my love for Halloween, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you like what you saw today, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on all of my social medias at Steph DeLanda. We do weekly merch auctions on whatnot.com at Steph DeLanda. Follow me on OnlyFans at Steph DeLanda. And until next time, that's cooked.